when the Undertaker streak ended. And welcome back, guys, and again, this is Mikeratto, and welcome to my new video where today we're going to discuss the happenings on WrestleMania 30 when the streak ended, when Brock Lesnar conquered the streak. And well, the build up, everything towards that, the irony and the effect, the build up, should anyone ended the streak but Brock Lesnar, should anyone be the one in 21 and 1, or the streak should never end it. Well, here we go, guys. And again, if you like this video, comment down below, share, subscribe. So, let's go. To build up for that match, well, it started when Brock Lesnar was asking for a title match at WrestleMania, which the Authority turned down but gave him any match for WrestleMania 30, which, well, The Undertaker returned. And Brock Lesnar, he was actually chokeslammed through a table, and Undertaker stabbed him with a ball pen. And then while Undertaker and Paul Heyman have segments, Brock Lesnar actually F5 The Undertaker, so on and so forth. The build up, it was quick, well, considering that I think they started either at end of January or February, which The Undertaker usually returns in WrestleMania season. And also that, well, they have history from 2002 up to 2014. The first encounter that they have was The Undertaker still being the American badass, and Brock Lesnar, this rising star who actually defeated The Rock to be the WWE champion, and he was a main eventer that time, and The Undertaker was putting him over. While the rivalry between the two, and considering that, well, Brock Lesnar actually defeated The Undertaker most of these times. They defeated him decisively at Hell in a Cell. They have this biker chain match, and they have a lot of matches in SmackDown 2002. Well, before Brock Lesnar feuded with the others, like the Big Show, Kurt Angle, and many more. Well, Undertaker helped him in his career. And after that, well, they feuded again in 2003, and the two similarly have cross paths, well, almost every month or something like that. Well, yeah. And either as a babyface or as a heel, well, the two encountered each other. So WrestleMania, the streak ended with 3 F5s, which is the ultimate shocker. People asking, is this real? Is this a dream? The thing that we actually walk to WrestleMania, the thing that we actually tune in at WrestleMania, the thing that we are excited about WrestleMania, the streak is over. The thing that we watch every year, and watching every man who tried to challenge The Undertaker ended like that. The Undertaker has a lot of matches at WrestleMania, considering that they have Hell in a Cell matches. He actually had no disqualification matches, even casket match at WrestleMania, title matches also, and the streak was over. And people were shocked. They have this ultimate, I don't know what just happened. Is this real? And even when Brock Lesnar won the match, everyone has the surprised face. Even some others became memes. The match, well, The Undertaker was seen in a slow paced action, and well, I think he either concussed himself during the match forward, or Brock Lesnar concussed The Undertaker due to a bump. And it was seen that also in the interviews that The Undertaker felt that well, he forgot why is he there, like most of the people who got head trauma, something like that. So the WrestleMania streak ended in WrestleMania 30 after 21 wins. Considering also Paul Heyman's client, CM Punk, the previous year challenged for the streak, and he was the last victim before the streak ended. And yeah, he got his ultimate revenge in kayfabe by another client who defeated The Undertaker at WrestleMania. And he also made a promo about this on Raw in Chicago, talking about CM Punk, talking about the fans, and of course talking about The Undertaker and Brock Lesnar and everything that he specialized on, promo building. And yeah, so the streak ended at WrestleMania. What now? Well, they have a match for the next year, which, well, they have 2 or 3 consecutive matches, which, well, The Undertaker and Brock Lesnar, while they continued their feud after Undertaker costing Brock Lesnar his title match. Well, I think it's 2 matches. One where The Undertaker will low-blowed Brock Lesnar to win, and the other was Hell in a Cell match again. And, well, this build-up continued where, while The Undertaker focused on the man who ended his streak, and they talk about Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar still talking about the streak and The Undertaker wanting vengeance, something like that. Which, well, The Undertaker may seem to act heelish this time. Yeah, they tried to turn him heel, which is weird. And yeah, there's a one time, well, it was considered in Brock Lesnar's hometown. That's why The Undertaker was booed. But it was strange to see that The Undertaker was totally booed on a CT. Yeah. Well, after that, they had this feud follow up that WrestleMania, as I told you, and they crossed paths again in 2017. While The Undertaker helped Brock Lesnar in so many ways in his WWE career, he helped him to be this main event star from 2002, and when he left, well, WWE, while they focus on their stars, and Brock Lesnar, he focused on his other ventures, and The Undertaker, well, he won lots of world titles, and when the streak ended, while The Undertaker's performances also in the following years, well, some of his performances, his aging, according to some fans, his performances, well, it kind of is slow paced. It's not the same The Undertaker as in 2008, 2009, or 1990s, where he can perform at his highest level. Even it was shown on WrestleMania 33, his ability to wrestle, even fighting with an injury just to finish his match with Roman Reigns. And also, well, look at his dominance in WrestleMania 34 against John Cena, and his final match against AJ Styles. And people are asking and debating on who really deserves to end the streak. Well, there are a lot of candidates. In storyline purposes, they have Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Edge, Kurt Angle, even Mark Henry, but they have this 2 most favorable candidates, and that is Kane, and some others preferred The Fiend if it only debuted earlier. While people preferred Kane also because of the storyline between the two, and the younger brother avenging his ultimate vengeance by taking his brother's ultimate prize, and that is the streak at WrestleMania, which it made sense from the storyline perspective. If you think about it, if Kane ended the streak at his vengeance, It's his final moment with The Undertaker, and if he ended the streak, that's the end of the Brothers of Destruction saga. They can end it there, something like that. If was Triple H and Shawn Michaels, well, for Shawn Michaels, well, they can make a good storyline about that, starting from their 1997 bouts to their 2007 encounters and 2009-2010 encounters in the WWE. And for Triple H, well, these two are huge rivals from 1999 or 1998, which, well, Hunter being a member of the Generation X, and while he was associated with Shawn Michaels, and then they can move on from their title matches throughout the years and segments. Even The Undertaker's The American Badass, Triple H actually fought heel biker Taker, and Undertaker in his supreme form, the Phenom. If it is guys like Randy Orton, who was rising up in his career in WrestleMania 21, well, it also makes sense to elevate the talent. Guys like Edge, while he is also a main eventer during that time, well, he rejected the idea of ending the streak, but if you think about it, Edge beating The Undertaker and taking the ultimate heat and taking advantage of that as the world champion, well, it also made sense. Guys like Kurt Angle, who's a wrestling machine in 2006, if that match happened, well, yeah, there's a lot of potentials and a lot of dream matches and a lot of dream opponents that people want to end the streak, and that's the debate of people when the streak, well, it was still alive and it was never ended. And yeah, every year we are actually tuning to WrestleMania to watch what happened at The Undertaker. Well, yeah. And when the streak ended, well, we see the reactions of the people that are shocked. And of course, The Undertaker has his second loss against Roman Reigns, which, well, it actually adds heat to Roman Reigns and an accomplishment to his career. Though he is a babyface, but his heel heat got more and more and more and more. The fans backlash about that match. So yeah, again, this is Mikeratto, and I hope you like this video. Well, like this video, comment down below, share, subscribe, and peace.